Integrated detection and assessment of both substance use disorder and mental illness is most effective if it is done at the same time by the same clinical team. Assessment usually occurs over time during the engagement and persuasion stages of treatment. During the assessment, the clinician learns about the context of substance use, as well as symptoms of abuse and dependence, so we can clarify the diagnosis. The comprehensive longitudinal assessment describes functioning, symptoms, treatment, and interactions between all of these. In this type of assessment, mental illness and substance use information is integrated. It's helpful to get information over long periods of time during different periods of functioning so that you can assess how mental illness symptoms and the substance use disorder interact. More often than not, you'll need to get this information from clients in bits and pieces over many meetings. You'll also want to include information you get from records and from family members. In a moment, you'll see a part of an interview of a young man with schizophrenia and a substance use disorder. The interviewer is trying to do a comprehensive longitudinal assessment. Notice how she uses a non-judgmental attitude that allows the client to be honest about his substance use. Although you won't see enough to be able to make a diagnosis, try to see if you can figure out what stage of treatment this client is in.
So you've got some really good things going on. You've got.
Oh yeah, you know, I try to keep myself busy and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, though I drink, you know, on and off every day pretty much, you know. But that's just my thing, you know.
Yeah.
Takes the edge away from life, you know what I mean?
Drinking takes the edge away from life, yeah. So there's some good things about drinking.
Yeah, there are some good things, you know.
Yeah.
It isn't all bad, you know. But if you abuse it, it's really bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Can we talk a little bit about the impact that your drinking has had in your life?
I don't know. I really, I started drinking heavy only like 4 or 5 years ago, I think, or something like that.
That was in relation to the medicine you were on?
Yeah, the Haldol,
the
Deccanate. Yeah.
It helped with the side effects?
Yeah, because I mean, it was really ripping me apart inside, you know, and no one would do nothing. They'd give me Cogentin, but Cogentin made it worse. Dried your throat up and stuff.
So the alcohol took the edge off?
Oh, yeah. And it helped a lot.
Alan, how old were you when you had your first drink ever? Just a regular drink?
About 5 years old.
About 5? How did that
I had
happen?
a toothache, and my parents gave me some whiskey.
Did you remember how you felt?
Huh?
Did you remember how you felt?
I felt good.
Yeah, did the toothache go away?
Yeah, toothache went away, and I went to bed, you know. And so I would drink on and off, like, as a kid, because my sisters, they used to fix pina coladas and stuff like that. And I wanted to be grown up like them, you know, drink coffee and drink this. And so I'd drink. They'd give me a White Russian once in a while.
And how old were you then?
Oh, this is all through my youth.
So maybe around 10 or so?
Yeah.
10, 11?
I mean, during Christmas, they'd break out this yellow stuff. I don't know what it was. It comes in a...
Oh, the stuff you make Harvey Wallbangers with.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I forget what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, liquor taste to it. Yeah. It's really good. Expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, they break it out during, you know, holidays like Thanksgiving, Christmas, something like that.
So when did you first start drinking for yourself?
Regularly?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I really, I would say about 26, 27, something like that.
So as a teenager, you didn't drink much?
Oh, I drank, yeah, but I mostly smoked marijuana.
Okay.
I smoked a lot of grass.
And when did you start? What age were you when you started doing that?
About 15, 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you were just kind of drinking then about once a week, maybe?
Yeah, I wouldn't drink like all the time.
Yeah.
I was a social drinker.
You
Started out
as a
social drinker.
Okay.
But, you know, I grew up where, you know, if you're going to drink, you're going to get drunk. You know, that's the whole point of drinking, you know. You don't drink just...
Don't drink to enjoy, drink to get drunk.
Yeah, you drink to get drunk. You know, it's sort of like my generation.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of generations grew up with that.
Oh, yeah.
So you started smoking pot when you were around 13 or so?
About 14, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much were you smoking?
Not much. I could never afford it that much, you know. But my friends would always get me high and stuff, you know.
So a few times a week?
Yeah, a few times a week.
Yeah. Was it pretty pure stuff, Alan, or was it laced with stuff?
No, it wasn't laced with anything. It was regular weed.
Yeah.
No, I can't say I had any angel dust or anything like that. No.
Okay. When did you first start? You mentioned drinking coffee. Do you use a lot of caffeine?
Do I use a lot of caffeine?
Yeah, do you drink a lot
I
of
drink a lot of
coffee?
water.
Okay. Do you drink a lot of soda or
No,
coffee
not really.
or tea?
Not really.
Okay.
I have soda once in a while, but
Okay.
you know.
What other drugs have you tried? Have you ever tried LSD?
Yeah, I've definitely done a couple trips.
Yeah. How old were you when you first started to do that?
Geez, I was like 17, 18.
Okay. And how long did you use LSD for?
I only did like 3 or 4 trips,
Okay.
you know. 3 or 4.
Do you remember how you?
And I remembered the whole trip.
Yeah. Ellen, how come you stopped after 3 or 4? Did you just?
I don't know. It's just like friends faded away, you know,
Okay.
connections got cut, you know. I don't know.
Did you like that effect?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like acid.
Okay. What about speed?
Not really much of a speeder, no. No.
Cocaine?
No, no cocaine.
Over-the-counter medicines?
Oh, yeah, I had my time doing that.
What
Like
kind of
Benadryl.
Yeah.
You know, I took 24 of those pills. I mean, goddamn. Wake up, you don't even know where the hell you are.
Right. Right. When was the last time you used Benadryl?
Oh, I swore it off. That was back in 92, 93.
Oh, see, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a cheap man's high.
Gee,
you know.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. How about pills? Do you ever get any pills? Like
No, I don't do
Klonopin,
Valiant. No,
Valiums,
no, no.
anything like that?
No,
No.
no, I don't do that.
What about heroin?
I've tried heroin once.
How long ago?
I like back in 94, I think, 94, 95, when I had Section 8 in Portsmouth. I had a really good apartment, and I let people into it, and they got me evicted.
Yeah. Did you just use it a few times?
Yeah, just a few
Just
times.
smoke it or shoot it or
Snorted it.
snorted it? Okay.
Yeah.
Remember how it made you feel?
Yeah, real good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get sick. You're supposed to get sick, I guess, but I didn't get sick. I just kind of like nodded out.
So when was the last time you used heroin?
96, I think it was.
Okay. And when was the last time you smoked pot?
What? Last month.
Okay. Right. And when was the last time you had something to drink?
Just yesterday.
Yesterday. Last night, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah. Okay.
When's the last time you had a drink?
When was the last time I had a drink? That's a good question. I had a drink last weekend.
Last weekend.
I had a
Huh?
glass of wine.
Wow, that's good for you. They say red wine is very good for you.
Well, actually, this was pink wine, so
Pink, huh?
yeah.
I only like the red, really red wines.
Yeah, we had a celebration, so
Well, that's good.
yeah. How about what medication are you on now? What are you taking
I'm on
now?
Zyprexa and Haldol.
You're still on Haldol.
Yeah, they won't take, but it's been reduced from when they used to shoot me up every week. I mean, that stuff was painful.
Yeah.
But now they just shoot me up once a month,
Okay. Do you
so
want-
which is very good, you know. And the Zyprexa is supposed to level off with what's it called, Haldol.
do you know how much Haldol you get once a month?
3/4 of a cc.
Okay. All right. And how much Zyprexa do you take a day?
I take 15 milligrams a day.
And you said that the voices have gone away.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah. Okay. Any other drugs that you might have used that I might have forgotten to ask you about? Mushrooms?
No, I never really had mushrooms. No.
Yeah. What about ecstasy?
No, I won't touch that stuff. No way.
Yeah.
I don't trust it. You know,
Okay. Oxycontin?
what's Oxycontin?
That's the new drug that's out. That
Oh,
it's-
really?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm not in touch with that.
Oh, well, I have to keep up on these things, Alan. It's out on the street. It's a
Oh.
painkiller. It's an opiate.
Opiate.
It's out on the street that some people are abusing
Yeah.
pretty regularly.
Ever heard of ice?
Mm-hmm. You use that?
No, I heard it's like really, really potent.
Yeah.
Like sort of like peyote.
Yeah. What about methamphetamine?
Never heard of it.
Crystal meth?
Oh yeah, crystal meth. I heard of that, but I never tried it.
Have you ever had a blackout when you've been drinking?
Oh yeah, I've had blackouts. Not lately, anyways. But I'd have blackouts once in a while.
Do you ever get shaky the next
Yeah.
morning?
Yeah, I get shaky
Yeah.
and stuff.
Is it hard to eat the next morning?
No.
You can eat okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your tolerance like, Alan? How much can you drink?
I can't drink a whole lot. I mean, 3 beers and I'm pretty much toasted.
Okay. Has it always been that way?
But they're 16 ounces.
Yeah, 16 ounces. Well, I think that's
That's
fair.
about 4 or 5 beers.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Okay,
About
3
that.
16-ounce beers and you're pretty toasted.
Yeah.
When you were younger, could you drink more?
No. I just drank for the effect, and
Okay.
once I have the effect, it was growing up socially. Like,
Okay.
my parents were okay with it and stuff like that. But
So, at any point, did you ever drink like 2 6-packs a day? I mean, were you ever like a guy who used to really pound them back?
I could never pound. I mean, I drink whiskey and I have just a glass of that.
How big a glass? Are we talking a 8-ounce
We're talking
glass
like
or
this, yeah.
like a shot, like maybe a little juice
About
glass?
4 shots.
About 4 shots. Okay. And how does that make you feel?
Good. Makes me feel good, yeah.
Do you tend to black out when you have both whiskey and beer?
And
or
beer?
just-
No. I just drink to a certain. Sometimes I don't even finish the
The
cup.
whiskey, okay.
I just drink. When I feel tired, I go to bed.
Okay.
You
All right. Have you ever been arrested for DWI?
Yeah, I've been arrested for DWI
When?
back in '88.
Okay.
I haven't had a license since.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you go through the whole course and?
I went to Amethyst. They said do 6 months of AA, and I said I'll never do it. And so,
Okay.
I never did. I'm very stubborn.
Yeah. So you haven't had a license since then.
No, and I'm a habitual offender. So that,
Tell me about that. What do you mean by that?
driving habitually without a license.
Okay. Okay.
I got caught in '97, and I did 8 months. 4 months, good time. 8 months. They say if I get caught again, I do 1.5 to 3 up in the big house.
So are you currently driving without a license?
No.
Okay.
No. I wish I was, man. I don't know.
You want to take that chance?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to go to a different state,
Yeah. Yeah.
not New Hampshire.
I think that's called like a geographical cure.
Yeah, geographical cure. You
Yeah.
can call it what you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time where I split for like two months. I was dishwashing in Bar Harbor. Made good money. I was working 60, 70 hours a week.
It's a nice place.
Yeah, it is nice.
And were you drinking up there?
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
going in drunk, but I worked. I kept my job.
Have you ever lost a job because you're drinking?
I can't really recall. I don't think so.
Right.
I mean, I would just quit a job just because I wanted to quit.
Okay. Not because you wanted to drink or smoke pot? Or,
No.
Just because you wanted to quit.
Yeah.
When you drink and smoke pot, how does that affect your voices? How does that affect your mental illness?
I don't know. I just fucking drink and smoke pot,
Do the voices become more
No.
clearer? Do they increase? Do they decrease?
They're gone.
They're gone. They go away.
Yeah, I keep them at bay.
Okay. So the drinking and the pot helps keep the voices away.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, drinking, yeah.
Have you ever lost an apartment? You mentioned your Section 8
I've gotten evicted everywhere.
because of the people you're hanging around with. What about, have you ever lost an apartment because of your alcohol or drug use?
Yeah. I don't know if it was my alcohol or drug use, but there was always a reason I got evicted or something. you know.
Okay.
How much more time would you like?
Maybe 5 more minutes?
5 more minutes is fine.
Okay. Right. Okay. So you've mentioned, to kind of like sum this up, that you had your first drink of alcohol when you were 5.
Yeah.
And now correct me if I'm wrong. And from about 5 to 14, you might have had a drink here and there because you wanted to be like your sisters and
Yeah.
drink just at occasions when you wanted to feel grown up.
Yep.
And then when you were around 14, 15, you started to smoke pot,
Yeah.
and that helped you feel more
Relaxed.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you started to drink when you were in your teens, but it really wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
You just drank,
More or less smoking marijuana.
smoked more marijuana than you drank. And then when you
Yeah.
were around 23, that's when your mental illness started, and you
Yeah.
began to hear voices.
Yeah.
Did you have any behavior that was different besides the voices, Alan, that people were concerned
No.
about? Did you feel paranoid? Did you?
Yeah, I felt paranoid at
Paranoid.
times.
Paranoid. Okay, you heard voices. Were any stressors going on then?
I don't know.
Were you in college then?
No, I wasn't.
You were out of college. Yeah.
Yeah, I was out of college.
Okay. And since you've been 23, it sounds like you've used mostly alcohol and marijuana.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I stay away from everything else.
Stay away from it. Although you did experiment a little bit with some of it
Yeah.
as a late teen, in your late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like you've had some blackouts. You've been able to keep your jobs even though you've sometimes gone to work drinking or under the
Yeah.
influence. You've lost some apartments because of maybe the people you were hanging out with when you were drinking
Yeah,
and driving.
exactly, yeah.
Okay. And what about schooling? Did your drinking and drug use have anything to do with not finishing school?
No, I finished school.
Okay, you
Diploma.
graduated, you got your diploma. Okay. And what about college? You'd mentioned about,
No, I only did a couple weeks at college,
okay,
but I ended up going to prep school for 6 months,
okay,
which is just like college.
right. And you stopped that because,
Well, I just got sick of it. Went back to Portsmouth paper,
okay,
you know.
right,
Wanted to live on my own, you know.
right. And most recently, you've been living on your own since October. You've been working up until last month when you lost your job.
Yeah,
And you're drinking pretty much every day.
yeah. Drink just about every day. Yeah.
And smoking pot
No, not really smoking pot.
maybe once a week or so.
Yeah, about that,
Okay.
maybe.
Right. And currently, right now, you feel like the alcohol that you're using is working for you. You've got some good things happening.
Yeah,
It's
it works
helping.
all right. I try to keep it under control.
Okay. Are there any things that aren't working in terms of your alcohol use right now?
No, not that I know
Okay. So it's not getting in the way of managing your apartment or having enough food for the week, or getting a job,
of. Yeah, I'll get a job.
So you don't see your alcohol use as getting in the way of any of those things right now?
No.
Okay. And basically what it's helping you do is feel more relaxed.
And go to bed, yeah.
It helps you sleep at night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. Okay. So for today, what is the thing that you most want to work on and that you're most concerned about?
Just getting a job.
Okay, so getting a job is the thing that you really want.
Yeah, just get a job. And,
Yeah.
hopefully, if business picks up, I'll get my old job back.
Okay,
You know?
right. So the goal, I guess, for today is to work on getting a job.
Yeah, I'll look in the paper and stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, always the green.
Always the green. Yeah. That's important.
Oh yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also important to complete a contextual assessment of substance use for each of your clients. The context of substance use includes when your client uses, with whom, how he uses, how much, and why. It includes the cues or triggers to use and the consequences of use. A useful technique to complete a contextual assessment is to ask your client to describe a day in detail. This information is essential to gather before you develop a treatment plan or try to help your client cut back or quit using substances. When asking your client about his substance use, it's important to find out what internal and external cues lead to using substances. Internal cues include thoughts, emotions, and craving. External cues include people, places, activities, and things. It's also important to find out about consequences of use. Common positive consequences of use include friendship, relief from distress, enjoyment, and relief from craving. Common negative consequences of use are interpersonal problems, financial problems, and being institutionalized. In the following interviews, first you will see a brief assessment, then you will see a contextual assessment. Notice how different the interviews are and what different information a clinician can get from asking a client about his day in detail. While you are watching the interviews, can you assess the client's stage of treatment? Can you make a list of cues and consequences of substance use for the client?
What about tobacco?
I smoke 2 packs a day.
2 packs a day. Okay. What about caffeine?
About 3 cups a day.
Okay. Have you ever used heroin?
No.
LSD?
Yes, I was on LSD when I got shot.
You were. Okay.
I did it twice, that's it.
Yeah. How about speed?
Yeah, crystal meth.
Crystal meth? Okay. And when you used cocaine, how did you use it? Did you snort it? Did you
All
smoke
of it.
Used it intravenously?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crystal meth, how did you use that?
So I drink it with coffee.
Okay.
Because you get more kick with the caffeine with the coffee and you drink it.
Yeah, get a real boost. Yeah. You're currently drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you started to drink?
12.
Okay. And how much are you drinking today?
When I drink about 2 6-packs
Okay. 2 6-packs in a day or in an
Day.
evening or
in a day.
in a day? Is that pretty much your usual amount?
Yeah.
Is there ever a time, Steve, when you could drink more?
Sometime.
Yeah.
Like a case.
Okay. Do you ever have blackouts when you drink?
Sometime. I forget when I go to bed.
Okay.
You mentioned the last day you drank was 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Why don't you take me through that day with you? Tell me what you did that day, starting from in the morning when you got up.
When I get up, I just, I lay in bed for a long time.
You lay in bed for a long time.
And my buddy came over.
Your buddy came over.
And he wanted to get some beers.
So he came in and you were still in bed?
I got up.
Oh, you were up.
I got
What
up
time was it
before
when he
then.
came over?
About noontime?
Noontime. And what does he do? Does he walk right in, or how?
No, he knocks at the door.
Yeah?
My wife answered the door.
Your wife is there.
And he wanted to drink.
What did he say?
He felt like having some beers.
He said, "I feel like getting some beers."
Yeah,
He said that to you or your wife, or?
to me.
Uh-huh. And what were you thinking, and what did you say?
I said yes.
What were you thinking?
Get a buzz on.
I'm sorry?
Getting a buzz on.
Getting a buzz on. You were thinking
Getting feeling good.
getting feeling good.
Yeah.
How were you feeling when he said, let's get some beers?
A little bit anxious.
You're feeling a little anxious.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Like my anxiety goes up.
It does. Tell me more about your anxiety going up.
It goes up like, before I start drinking, my anxiety goes up. It goes up more, but when I start drinking, it goes down. Then when I come off the alcohol, it goes up.
So it goes up before you drink and it goes down, and after you drink it goes back up? How long
Yeah,
after
and
you
I
drink does it go
hallucinate.
back up? And you hallucinate?
Yeah.
How long after you stop drinking does it take before it goes up?
Excuse me?
How long after you stop drinking before your anxiety goes up again?
After I come down.
Okay. Well, let's go back to this day, a couple of days ago. Your buddy comes over, says, let's go get some beers, and you're thinking, let's put a buzz on. And you said, what did you say to him?
I said yes.
Yeah? So then what happened?
He went to the store.
He went to the store. And what were
Because
you
I get
doing?
paranoid. I don't usually go to the store.
You get paranoid, so you don't go to the store. So where were you?
Home.
You stayed home. Where was your wife?
Home.
Mm-hmm. Did she say anything about going to get beers?
No.
No. What was she up to?
She had a couple too.
She had a couple too. So your buddy went to the store. What did you guys do while he went to the store?
Just sat around, listened to the radio.
Mm-hmm. What were you thinking about?
Forget.
You forget?
Yeah.
Were you thinking about when he was going to come back with the beers, or were you just doing other stuff?
Well, just listen to the radio, waiting for him to get back.
Okay. And do you remember what you were feeling like? Were you having any of that anxiety you were mentioning before, or were you feeling calm, or?
Paranoia.
Paranoia. Tell me about that.
See, I have hallucinations sometimes, and I see faces on walls.
You feel paranoia and you see faces on walls. Tell me more about the paranoia.
It's just people out to get me.
People are out to get you?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
That's about it.
Any particular people?
I think there's conspiracies against me.
Oh, there's conspiracies.
Yeah.
That can happen. What's the conspiracy against you?
But they just want to get me.
They want to get you. There's a
Yeah.
conspiracy about that.
Yeah.
Were you thinking about that day? 2 days ago?
I forget.
You forget? Okay. Okay.
I think about that a lot.
You think about that a lot?
Yeah.
Every day?
Not every day.
Not every day.
No.
Okay. Huh. What's it like when you think about that?
This time I don't feel good. I get paranoid.
You don't feel good. You get paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
I have a hard time sleeping because of that too.
You have a hard time sleeping because of that. Yeah, that's hard. Back to that day. I think we left off where your friend went out to get beers and you were hanging around at home, listening to music with your wife. When did he come back?
About 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. Then what happened?
We started drinking.
You started drinking.
Yeah.
How do you drink?
I just think Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Old Milwaukee
Old Milwaukee. Cans or bottles?
cans.
Yeah. Yeah. And where do you drink?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Was everybody there?
It was only us three.
Us, you three? Okay. And what do you do while you're drinking?
Just casual talk.
Casual talk? What's that like?
Nothing. Just talking.
Just talking.
Off the wall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that fun?
What's this conversations?
Just conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like it's kind of nice being with your friend and your wife and having conversations. Is that right? That it's kind of nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to alcohol, I don't like it.
You don't? Why not?
The anxiety picks up more. My paranoia picks up more.
It does?
Yeah.
Huh. Did it happen that day when you were sitting in the kitchen drinking? Was it Old Milwaukee that day?
Yeah.
Tell me about what it was like that day.
I started hallucinating a little bit more.
You did that day?
Yeah.
What were you seeing?
Faces on walls.
You were. What did you do?
Try to ignore it.
You what?
Try to ignore it.
You tried to ignore it. Okay. At what point did that happen? Around what time?
I don't know. It just happened.
Had you finished your beer yet?
No.
It started before you even finished your beer?
Yeah.
Okay. You ignored it. Okay. Then what happened?
We just drank the rest of the beers, and I went to bed.
How many beers did you drink?
We split 3 6-packs.
Split 3 6-packs?
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to get through 3 6-packs together?
Couple of hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah.
And were you chatting the whole time, talking?
No.
No. What else did you do?
Then we went into the living room and we watched TV.
You watch TV.
Yeah. Which I just spaced out. I don't even know what's going on the TV set.
I see. And are you drinking while you're watching TV, spacing out?
Yeah.
Okay. And while you're spacing out, is there something else on your mind? What's going on inside when you're spacing out?
Still conspiracies.
You thinking about the conspiracies?
Yeah.
I see. And
I
what's
think about that a lot.
Yeah, you think about that a lot. So you're sitting in the living room, drinking beer, watching TV, or they're watching TV, but you're thinking about the conspiracies. And how do you feel when you're drinking beer and thinking about conspiracies?
Lousy.
Lousy? In what way?
Because I think people are out to get me.
Oh,
And I don't like that.
you know, it doesn't sound like fun. Yeah. How many beers do you think you ended up having out of those 3 six-packs while you're sitting and drinking and thinking about conspiracies?
Probably about 7.
About 7. And how did that feel, the 7 beers, for you?
After it helped me relax, and I went to bed.
Okay. How long did it take for you to fall asleep?
Probably about 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. Huh. So for that day, can I just summarize and you can add in anything that I missed? It sounds like you get up and you stay home, friends come over, and then you drink with a friend and your wife, and then when that's over, you just go to bed. Not much going on besides drinking that day. Is that
No,
right?
right.
Anything else happen that day besides the drinking?
No.
No. Is that day usual for you, or was that an unusual kind of day?
Usually.
That's usual. Okay.
That's why I wanted to get an alcohol counselor
Why?
to help me stop drinking.
Why do you want to stop?
'Cause I don't want to die.
You don't want to die. That's a good reason.